So I saw a piece on the news yesterday about Bitcoin. Sounds like it's booming right now.
Yeah, lots of exciting developments in the past few months. It's not actually just for Bitcoin, but for several of the smaller cryptos as well are doing well.
That's really great.
Yeah, you don't sound too excited.
I still have my concerns. It just worries me a bit that a cryptocurrency has no intrinsic value whatsoever. And instead of being backed by a real government, it's just protected by an anonymous algorithm that nobody really understands.
I have one black coffee.
That's for me, thanks.
And one with cream.
Thank you very much.
Well, the thing with Bitcoin is the system is well understood. The code is open sourced, so it has zero intrinsic value as a feature, but its utility is as a virtual store of value that is decentralized, and it has no governing body, and it doesn't need one. So, I mean, on top of that, it also has a fixed and known rate of issuance, it's censorship proof, and has a low cost to own and transfer, and it's unable to be counterfeit. To me, those are like some very valuable properties when it comes to a currency.
Sure, but sooner or later, encryption will be hacked. Could be a rogue state using a quantum computer, who knows? Just consider how much hacking the Chinese state undertakes. It's going to happen. It's not an if, but a when.
Sure, but if Bitcoin gets hacked, then all secure online communications are getting hacked. Both use public-private key encryption. So if you're referring to the SHA-256 getting cracked, then a huge amount of other things will break as well. If that's really the main concern is hacking, then you'd be just as concerned that all e-commerce will just go bust overnight because of a hack and not just Bitcoin.
Yeah, well, it also kind of worries me that there's no limit on the number of competing cryptocurrencies there are. Some could end up being government-backed, or who knows what. And then we'll see what happens to your Bitcoin.
Yeah, I mean, competing cryptos don't have the first mover's advantage, though, and cryptocurrency heavily relies on the network effect. So Bitcoin has proof of 10 years of being online, and it's worth hundreds of billions without ever being broken in any manner whatsoever. So that seems pretty solid to me.
Yeah, but if Bitcoin were to become successful and actually challenge or destabilize established national currencies, states would take action against it. That's why the U.S. expropriated gold in 1933, like in Executive Order 6102.
Yeah, that's a fair point. It's hard to predict what action governments and regulatory bodies will take as things evolve. So, I mean, again, that's true for any market, but it's worth keeping in mind. It's good that you brought that up.
Just looking out for my boy. But I'm glad your investments are doing well. Keep being diligent.
Yeah, well, it's a nice change to talk about this with you rather than Uncle Marv. I don't think he hears a word anyone says anymore, and he just spends 20 minutes shouting into his mask about real estate.
That sounds about right. How's Jennifer doing?
Oh, she's good. She's been taking